Today I would like to observe why a project that has been talked about for a while could be a new Solana, and that the project that would have brought a new breath to the crypto world did not deliver what was expected. Yes, Aptos could not give what was expected for many of us. What is the project about and what had happened? Let's observe together. Welcome to Kripto Ofis channel, I'm Iryna. As a matter of fact, it is not new a situation for the crypto community to be unable to deliver what is expected. There are so many projects that have not been able to deliver what is expected from the past bull market, even for years. Aptos can only be given as a recent example of this. After all, this is new technology and these are companies that aim for profitability, open to all kinds of errors and intentions. Aptos is a very good project in a serious way. It's listing on 10 major exchanges and its simultaneous opening to futures transactions proves it. We will come here. So what project was Aptos basically? Aptos is a layer 1 and self-published project, although it is said to have capacity of up to 160,000 transactions per second. The rumors circulating that Aptos can only give 4 TPS in tests. This is even lower than Bitcoin's transaction speed. However, the launch process, which started with major errors, made more noise than these speculations. Although the major exchanges announced the listing news, Aptos Labs did not release tokenomics. In this case, how would the investor make the investment decision and how would the token be valued? But the reactions were not delayed, and everyone began to question the aftermath of it. Then a leak from a Korean company spread to the internet, and it was said to be Aptos tokenomics. Aptos Labs decided to publish tokenomics immediately after this leak, so it was understood that the tokenomics published by this Korean company was correct. However, in which hands would a token that did not pre-sell to anyone and was owned by no one start? Again, the allegations circulating on Twitter were that these tokens were in the hands of large capital companies and the team. Aptos Labs released an airdrop plan just in 1-2 hours before listing, but this time a few lines of code were written and these processes were not put into the software, and everyone was asked for an email address. Here was the breaking point. People thought they were in a huge web of fraud and manipulation. Twitter has become a center of chaos. Of course, it doesn't end there. A sudden airdrop without the attack measures and tests that prevented the purchase of more tokens from the airdrop caused 189,567 Aptos to be sold on Binance, and the price dropped from $15 to under $9. Another claim is that Aptos, as I mentioned earlier, was open to very high leverage transactions such as 75-100, along with the spot transactions, and hundreds of thousands of tokens were short sold. The main disappointment of this, Aptos has a total supply of 1 billion, but currently 121 million are staked and cannot be sold. Well, if we remember, there was no pre-sale to anyone. Well, there is not that much airdrop. Who stole the water of these meal friends? This suggested in humans that more than 80% of the Aptos supply is controlled by the team and investors. Such a control means that the price of Aptos never reaches the point you want. In fact, if we consider all results, we can see that there is no a working smart contract, even a working network, or it cannot be run stably. And even if it runs, it explodes during the launch process. This shows us that it is normal to experience such situations in projects that had not been tested very good. What about companies that have so many teams and huge $1,000,000 offices that make mistakes like this? It's clear we still have a long way to go. Act with logic, and even if you are going to invest, consider the possibility of losing and invest in amounts that will not shake your budget. I'll leave the necessary links below so you can do your own research yourself. See you in the next video. Invest in crypto smart and stay cool.